wrestling has more than one royal family.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to that dark corner in the back where you see all this nice catering stuff being lined out. You know, you see crackers, you got cheese, you got ham laid out, and next to that, you got two motherfuckers from Detroit, Michigan, sitting there waiting for our call to come out for the lumberjack match that's going on in the main event. We have no names whatsoever. No one knows who the fuck we are, but we are Midcarders. I mean, we are the Midcarders. We are the Midcarders in catering. This is AJ, and I'm here with the boss and Pete. That's right. He coming in with applause. Like I'm coming in just talking and shit, really. But yeah, what's going on, bro?
Man, same shit, different day, dog. Just got done watching Smackdown. We're gonna talk about that a little later, man. But since this is our inaugural episode, we gotta I just said some wild ass shit.
I mean, no, you're not. You actually saying like the right word right there. I mean, we already using them words. So yeah, This is the inaugural. This is the first episode.
Just do it like this. Some people know who we are. Some people might not know who we are. I'll go first with it. Some of y'all might know me from the Everything Is podcast with me and Corey Woods. I will get into that later on down the road, what happened, but shout out to K Woods, man. My man upgraded a lot of shit for himself, man. He's in grad school now at the University of Michigan. Has a bundle of joy on the way, and he been having some opportunity that came along. So he's popping in and out, but it's gonna be like very sporadically. But we'll get into that a little later on down the road. I'll let you know what's going on. But this is where we at now, man. This is where we at now.
It is. Hey, this is where we at. Hey, fresh start, fresh everything.
Fresh start, definitely, man. So feels good to be here. And when everything happened, and I was telling Corey like I need to start something new. Only person I can think of that will be perfect for this while Corey handle his business. My man's right here. My man's AJ. Know my dog for over 15 years now. So big reference.
15.
It might be. It's probably
15,
gonna be
bro. We 20 plus in now. Go ahead. Continue.
Yes. So me and K Woods talked about it, and I was just like, he would be perfect for this. So call my man's up, like, dog, I need you for this. And he was like, I'm with it, So here we are now, man.
I'm actually going to tell a funny story because he said he called me up and said, hey, you with this? And it just, you just like, yeah. It really didn't go that way. It went more so we were playing the game one night. He hopped into the Discord. And he was like, yeah, man, we're going to start we're doing the network. We're going to do a whole network. I'm like, okay, cool, bet. We're going to do a wrestling podcast too. We're going to bring that to the forefront. I'm like, bet. I'm like, cool. Hey, you're going to be the co-host. I was like, huh? Okay.
I did just throw it at you like, man, you the co-host.
It wasn't no asking. It wasn't no, he just straight told me. He's like, yo, you're going to be the co-host. And I was just like, you know what, man? All right, like I felt it was time. For the longest, I kind of been teasing with the idea of podcasting throughout the years. I've been encouraged by some friends, also like, yo, when you gonna do a podcast? Sometimes I took it as like trolling or whatever, but it kind of really just came upon me when I started, streaming on Twitch, like streaming video games on Twitch, and I'm like, well, that's kind of like almost like a podcast sphere, but it's not really, because it's like you can have a conversation, but I'm also focused on playing the game too. Like
Right.
now, it's like I actually have to just sit here and have a conversation, and I always wanted to. If I was going to podcast, it had to been something that something I could talk about for hours. And one of them happens to be pro wrestling. Now, pro wrestling with me, like like I said, I have to look at my notes for a second here, okay? Because this is going to tell like a story about how me and Ant came together just as friends. Because again, we've been friends since 2001.
Yeah, it's been
2001 is where me and Ant finally crossed paths. Both of us, again, we're from the city. We're both from Detroit. Funny thing, Ant's from the west side. I'm from the east side originally. So we're that perfect mix of what Detroit is altogether. So when it comes to pro wrestling, Detroit is huge. It's huge, man. This is a huge wrestling town outside of our own regular sports teams here. I guess for me, my earliest memories or infancy of wrestling, pro wrestling, goes back to like 1996. Like I always knew what it was. Now, don't get it twisted. We're both of us are 35 years old. Okay, we're not over the hill yet, but
we're getting there.
Yeah, we're definitely getting there slowly but surely. I mean, I can't believe it's like 2022. Like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But it goes back to 1996 for me. And my earliest memory, I remember I was maybe third grade at this time, and I remember somebody talking about, "Yo, did you watch wrestling last night? Did you see Shawn Michaels?" I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like who? And I'm like, I don't know. And everybody just started talking about it, and it just so happens around that time, like this is when the World Wrestling Federation was in its was around still at that time. So at the time, it still kind of came on like on Saturdays sometimes, so you could catch it. Now, this was before Shotgun Saturday, so this is like right before the Attitude Era began. So 1996, this is when Shawn Michaels, and it's funny because tonight on Smackdown they literally showed this. Like this is when Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble right before WrestleMania 12. So this is when Shawn Michaels was feuding with British Bulldog, and they was kind of throwing Bulldog's wife into it.
Yeah,
if you remember,
that was some wild shit.
That shit was like, I remember
wild.
just looking at it, and then I finally saw who Shawn Michaels was, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like, who is this guy? Like, this is the guy that I like." Like, I already knew who like Hulk Hogan was, and I think maybe I knew who the Undertaker was, but I can't remember. But I just saw Shawn Michaels, and I was just like, "Yo, this is it. Like, this is the guy. This is the guy who got me into pro wrestling." And like because his build, he was athletically gifted. You know what I'm saying? He could talk. I mean, he was a handsome guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he just fit the whole mold of what I thought pro wrestling was at the time. So we're in 1996. So also, what happens in 1996? This guy from Victoria, Texas, wins the King of the Ring.
Yep.
Now,
probably top 5 promos ever.
I mean, come on now. Like, do we have to really go out, like talk about how important this was to just like this is what got me fully locked into what pro wrestling was. So Stone Cold Steve Austin starts, and right then and there you got me. I'm there all the way. So let's fast forward. 2001. Me and Ant, we end up walking into the same high school.
You mean the same trailer?
Listen, dog. Okay. So this all right,
I'm just being real, nigga. We had a motherfucking trailer, nigga.
we walked into okay. Now we know what we thinking when you hear this. They're like, yo, y'all went to school in the trailer park. No, we didn't go to school in the trailer park. The school the school, the aunt's looking at me like, wow, for people that visual that's listening to this, aunt's looking at me like, bruh, it was in the fucking trailer. Yo, they bamboozled the fuck out of me too, by the way. Like,
they compared it to Cass Tech, dog. They compared the school to Cass Tech.
son, like I remember going like with my parents to the school visit. Like we did my visit there, and we walked into the trailer, right? We go into the trailer because you know the Votech was right behind it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's the building, right? Like, bet. You know what I'm saying? This must be the administration, whatever. This is where the offices are and whatnot. So they got to go in the trailer. My mom was like, nah, that's the school. Like that's the school. That you gonna be going to class in this motherfucker. I'm like,
that was the motherfucking school, dog. That was the motherfucking school.
So this is our freshman year of I'm about to say college. Oh my gosh, high school. This is 2001. So at this time, what's going on? We got the Alliance versus the WWF. So again, we're still WWF. So this is Stone Cold's a heel at this time. It's probably he's got the WWF championship at the time, the Big Eagle championship. And what happens like maybe a week into school, 9/11 happens.
Yep.
So yeah, we were starting high school, 9/11 happened. So after that, we get into the Kurt Angle thing, and then it just takes off from there. I ended up transferring out of Crockett after our freshman year, so I left. Ant was still there.
Yeah, I was still there and mucking that bullshit.
Yeah, Ant was still there. Honestly, when me and you like linked in, even like in high school, I don't even remember me and you even talking about wrestling at that time. Because I mean, it's high school. We was focused on girls and trying to look.
I was selling drugs.
Yeah.
Sorry, like,
yep.
Hey,
you know, it just, you gotta drop that in there. Hey, we were young. We was wild. We was hustling. We was doing our thing. Well, that's the things we was focused on. We was focused on Jordans and girls and making money. You know what I'm saying? But so I leave after our freshman year. I go to Renaissance High School after that. I didn't see you again until like 06, 07.
Like 06 when we went to go work at HAV.
Yeah, and at the time I was working. I was attending. I was in my freshman year of college, and I was at the University of Detroit Mercy, and we ended up working at the same place. And we just like, hey, what up, nigga? Like, oh, what's up, nigga? You know, and it's just been on ever since. Ever since. I was kind of like in a wrestling fall off at this time because, let's see, 06, 07. I mean, some people liked it. I mean, I liked some of it. I mean, this was like early John Cena. This is, let's see, Batista, Edge, Ray, Randy Orton. You know, it was good at this time, but I was so focused on school and everything. So focused on school and everything that I just wasn't fully tapped in, but I still kind of had my ears to the streets at the time too. With whenever I just caught it whenever I could. You know, I think WrestleMania 23 was around that time too, if I'm not mistaken. So
22, about 22, 23.
Yeah, because we had 23 here. I didn't go, but
I ain't go to that shit ever.
Yeah, I didn't make it, but you know, again, bucket list. If it ever comes back, we going. But let's see. I was like kind of in and out. You know, I kind of missed all of TNA, but not. I still kind of had my ears on TNA too. You know what I'm saying? I knew who was over there. I knew how it was. It kind of turned into a WCW remix at that time. You know, they kind of let the old guys come over and kind of fuck up things. But trust me, we got pods coming, you know, where we can discuss all that shit. But anyway, I kind of like personally myself, let's see, we get into Twitter, that's what, about 09 to present. So like I guess wrestling Twitter for me kind of started 09 and 10. That was dark ages right there, man. That was a lot of that was a lot of ungood programming at the time.
Yeah.
I say the reality era is kind of what brought me back, and really I guess I fully tapped in like 2014 until now. So I guess that's our story altogether.
Yeah, I think I was tapped in since '96 when the Hell in a Cell. What year was that when the Hell in a Cell with Undertaker and Mankind? You know,
that was
iconic thrown off the cage, thrown off the cell and shit. I remember
that was because was it before Bad Blood with Shawn Michaels?
No, that was the first. No, the one with Shawn Michaels. That was the first Hell in a Cell.
That was the very first one. So that had to be 97.
Yeah. Probably so, yeah.
97, 98. No, it wasn't 98. It wasn't 98. It was probably early. It was probably.
I know it was the King. I know it was the King of the Ring. It was definitely the King of the Ring when that shit happened. But that's when I was like, cause my mama she never ordered the pay-per-view. Never ordered the pay-per-view. None of that shit.
Same.
I don't know where she ordered this one. That was the first time I seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch Raw, you know what I'm saying, whenever it came on.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen that shit, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
I was hooked. And ever since then, dude, like, I remember as a kid, I'd be watching between Nitro and go to Raw, and then randomly I switch over to Ed and Eddie and watch that shit when it came on or something, man. So it was just like all that shit was just mixed in right there.
Yo, my Monday nights was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, it was crazy for us, bro. Like,
that was crazy.
Because I like just you saying like how you would switch, like, because remember Nitro came on at 8 on TNT, and then because Raw was 2 hours back then, so Raw would come on at 9 and it would go off at 11, and Nitro was Nitro 3 hours?
Yeah, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, it was 3 hours because I would watch Nitro, like, this is when if we had cable at that time. Because, you know, every time I asked for a pay-per-view, you know, my mama would just be,
boy, go run down the Checkers and get us some big Bufords.
Like, that's exactly what my mama would be on if I asked for you know, pay-per-views. But if we had cable at the time, I would be watching Nitro at 8, and then I would be going to Raw at 9. I don't think I would go back to Nitro at all. Like, unless the NWO came on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and then that was around the time like NWO was cool, and then it just started getting stale because every fucking body was in the NWO.
I mean, dog, them niggas had like 30 niggas in there at one time, bro. That shit was Wu-Tang in fucking wrestling, bro. Like, shit was crazy. Like, it had niggas in NWO that didn't even wrestle, bro.
Yeah, it was just stupid. Like, I mean, with Dusty, I knew the shit jumped the shark. When you looking up, you see Dusty Rhodes in there, Ted DiBiase and that motherfucker. Eric, you know, Eric Bischoff was the catalyst for that shit. So
yeah, Eric was the catalyst. Like, he was the mouthpiece. I mean, you know, like, you had to have Bischoff in it. Bischoff made sense. I mean, but you had like, did Virgil even wrestle?
He did, and he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. He probably was just jobbing at the time, or coming out there during scuffles and shit like that.
Yeah, and then he'll get his ass beat. That nigga come out there with them dingy ass jeans on and shit, man.
Jeans with the NWO shirt tucked in.
Then he'll get his ass beat. Man, that shit was stupid in the motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what it was, because at that time, that's when like DX was really wilding out too. Like when Shawn finally made that switch and Hunter became Triple H, and you know, honestly, I was like really more tapped in with DX than I was with NWO, and at that time, we had no idea that really NWO was really a spawned off of the original Click, which is what DX is. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think about it, like we didn't know, like we wasn't that fully tapped in like we are now.
No, hell no. I just looked at that shit like, man, you know, you see some people get their ass beat. I remember NWO just going out beating everybody ass. I'm just like, all right,
Yeah, they was just coming on the show to take it over, bully people, put throw Shivani in the trash can, and take over the whole broadcast. That's all
that shit was funny.
That it was for me back then.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, you know, that's us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our earliest memories of that. Somebody who was born probably in 2001 gonna listen to this and be like, wow, these are some grandfathers. But no, we're not, man. We're not. But you know, we just have a little bit more wisdom behind us now.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty motherfucking much. But yo, so since they got our backstory, let's get into this shit. Like, let's get into,
for sure, man. Let's tap in first. We're gonna talk some sheet talk, man.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
So luckily, this is our very first episode, and we happen to start on a day that just been full of shit, bro. I mean, I don't really know where to start. I mean, I know where to start, but it's just kind of like,
I mean, shit. I know what you about to go. I know what you about to say. Like, and it's been out there like a motherfucker. Like, it's been thrown around like crazy.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's out there. It's out there on Twitter, everywhere else, so people know about it. You know what I'm saying?
it's just all right. So for anybody that may be living under a rock, it's just been a lot of stuff going on the AEW side of things in Jacksonville. It's a lot of things happening in Jacksonville.
They fucking up in Duval, man.
Yeah, they're. And we're actually, you know what? I hate to break the fourth wall, but we're actually recording this while Rampage is on, because I mean we're not watching that shit. But yeah, we ain't watching that shit. I mean, we already kind of know. We'll get to that later. We're gonna pivot to whatever the results and all that shit. But anyway, so I believe this was reported by Meltzer today that feeders were sent over to AEW from WWE because there were a few talents who were asking for releases. I mean, the biggest release so far that we've known has been Malachi Black, formerly Aleister Black, also known as Tommy End. He recently got his release with conditional requirements. And he supposedly is not the only one who's requested that release. Now, we had our speculations on, like, you know, who those other people could be, but in terms of people that received feeders, so to speak, fillers. I'm sorry, fillers. Yeah. I said feeders. Fillers. Who actually ran to the bosses. They actually ran to the bosses for that, and one of them was one of them happened to be Swerve Strickland, who was Isaiah Swerve Scott in WWE. So that's one. Who else was a part of this?
I was hearing the name Adam Cole.
Oh, Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole.
That name
Good
was
old
floating.
Adam Cole.
That name was floating around on Twitter. Adam Cole.
And it just so happens that I believe Bobby Fish, who actually just debuted for Impact earlier tonight. Bobby Fish, who got released, he was on a podcast. I don't know which podcast it was. You have any idea?
No, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, he was on a podcast and he kind of like really confirmed all of this, saying that he was pretty much trying to get him, Kyle, or the Undisputed Era, him, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole, like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, Bobby Fish saw a burning building. He saw the building burning and he said, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. And Adam Cole, for some reason, said, I don't like this. I'm going to go tell our boss about this. So I don't know what that was. And Swerve, why you would want Swerve anyway, I don't know. But Swerve goes off and he tells two, apparently. I don't know.
Well,
pretty weird, but
with Swerve, man, Swerve did that for a reason, to get brownie points, and as we see now, he's getting his brownie points because he's performing at Rolling Loud.
But I mean, like, Rolling Loud, bro, Rolling Loud. Like, let me tell you what's gonna happen at Rolling Loud when Swerve comes out.
Who are these niggas?
Like, that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna come out to fucking silence. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this song? You know what? He just scared little kids the other day. When they went to go and you know what? Shout out to the wrestling club, by the way, man. Shout out to them kids. Shout out to teacher is it Wildflower Perry?
I believe that's what.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I mean, the wrestling club, man. They are having a year, man. Having a year out of this world. I think it's really, really great what he's put together for those kids, and that's wonderful. And shout out to Keith Lee and Swerve.
Nigga really laugh when he said Swerve, man. Damn, man. That's fucked up, man. He really laughed when he said
that. And Swerve for coming out and making those kids. It would have been better if you just didn't cut that music on. That shit ass. That shit. Like, as soon as it's like, hey, can I play my music? I mean, it just no. Like, that's exactly what should have been said. Because as soon as his verse came on, them kids was like, who is this nigga?
And as kids, man, when you hear some music as kids, dog, it sounds hype. You get
right.
hype.
They hype. You know what I'm saying?
Like the beginning to it, they was hype as hell and that shit. And then dogs get in there.
And I mean, it's like they want to hear Uzi, man. They don't want to hear this nigga, man. They want you to jump off top ropes and shit. They don't want to hear that shit, man.
I mean, hey, it's cool, dog. Like, he rap, he rap podcast, all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't fully critique him on that because I rap. I do podcast. I just don't wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. That shit just.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. That shit's ass. That shit's ass.
Hey, shout out to that nigga.
Hey, for the kids.
Shout out to that nigga, man. Shout out to that nigga, man. I mean, he did some questionable shit. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I'm gonna put out allegedly. He did some questionable shit with
he
that.
Always does questionable shit though.
But you know what I'm saying? He did that shit because allegedly he did that shit because he's trying to get on the boss's good graces because, listen to Renee Paquette's podcast that he was on, Oral Sessions, and he really feels like, he's that guy. There's not, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with feeling like you're that guy, but you know what?
You're lying!
He just feel like he that guy, man.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
mean
is.
that's
Like,
great.
you
I
know,
mean, confidence in yourself is great for your self esteem and all that, man. Like it's really something. Like having that self esteem, having that confidence, believing in yourself like that. But bro, just no, yeah, nah.
mhm.
But yeah, it's what hey, it's if you snitching, yeah, like that,
Niggas got
um,
niggas got agendas, dog.
they
Niggas
have
got agendas.
agendas.
They have
They have
agendas.
certain moves they want to make. You know what I'm saying? I
I
mean,
mean, it wouldn't be some shit I would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be
no,
some shit I would do. Like, nigga, like, if I do some shit like that, I'm expecting a nigga to come approach me and try to whoop my ass. And, I would never do no shit like that. But, I'm cut from different cloth, I guess.
okay. So this is my thing. Okay,
What's up?
I believe in when you make certain moves, you're trying to make your price go up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If someone's sending you fillers, that means they are, especially when it's a former employee. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry, a former employer sending you fillers and whatnot. That means they're like, hey, you can come back. We'll give you more money. I'm Kevin Nash to this shit. Okay. I'm doing this for the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing it's because you see my value is a little bit more than it was when we first worked together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be like, and I'm an analyzer of a situation. That's just the type of person I am. I'm just like, okay, we just had this media scrum. We had Scrumgate happen. Like this is what's going on around me. I got a tag team that just whooped my ass, and they whooping our ass in pops too. Like they're over like Rover, and we'll get into that. When we start talking about this weekend as a whole. I don't think I'm gonna say shit to my neurotic boss who just who's kind of out of control at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna what am I gonna look like snitching to this motherfucker? Like he's not, because all he's gonna do is use me as a pawn in his make believe war that he's made up in his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, I ain't talking about myself, but I'm not that good. Personality wise, I can't dress. At least, I mean, it's like this. If you somebody be like, yo, he's from like Tacoma, Washington, I'm gonna absolutely believe that nigga's from Tacoma, Washington. Like, I'm gonna look at his jeans, I'm gonna look at his fake ass Jordans, and I'm like, yes, this nigga is absolutely from the Pacific Northwest. And that's no slander to the Pacific Northwest. I've lived there for a moment. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, whatever. I mean, I didn't live in Tacoma, Washington. I was in Portland, Oregon. But that makes perfect sense, because I'm just like, bro, this you really, really are not that guy. But it is what it is. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna go talking to the boss. I'm not screwing, like, fuck the bosses. I'm not on the boss's side. I respect them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my boss. I respect you and all that shit. But if somebody's come to me saying, hey, I want to give you more money to do what you do,
And
I'm
the
going to
crazy,
take that. And
and
I'm
the
with
crazy,
the bigger brand, a bigger company at that too. Like, I'm not in some startup shit. Like, I'm
and the crazy part about that too is, I didn't think it was him. I thought it was somebody else that did it, but you kind of found out it was him. But no, but I'm saying, like, the reason why he did that, because he's trying to get in Tony Khan's good graces, and it's seemingly working for him right now, because they had Kevin Gates there. They had him walk out with Fabulous, and he got this Rolling Loud thing. So you kind of look at that like, hey, it's working out in his favor, in a way.
I don't think Fabulous knew where he was. I think they
Fabulous there,
threw Fabulous in a
Fabulous there for a check now.
yeah, I think they
That's
threw
what I
him in
said.
a sedan, pulled up to his house. He was and they threw him in that sedan, and they dropped him off at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Was like,
No,
yo,
yeah. I mean, he was obviously there for a check.
yeah,
Who Kid was more into it,
yeah,
and he's actually and Swerve is actually gonna be a part of Who Kid's set for Rolling Loud. You
for
know what I'm
Rolling
saying?
Loud.
For the Shade 45, that's Who Kid shit. So Well, it's not who that's Eminem shit, but
Yeah.
who kid is a part of that. But yeah, I mean, in his mind, it's working out for him. Like, hey, I'm that crossover guy that that AEW needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'll see how. I mean, we gonna see how it works out. I mean, me personally, I don't think nothing's gonna come from it. Because I mean, he's performing, and WWE had a fucking wrestling match at Rolling Loud.
A whole match, and it's just like I know it was like criticized that night. People like, hey, these people don't know what wrestling is, but it's like, bro, you're grabbing that crowd. You grabbing that crowd. That crowd is like they're actually seeing wrestling, not the extra shit that you do. They actually like, yo, okay,
Yeah.
I'm seeing this product. This shit looks mad cool. And then it was like they did it with like actual cool people. Like it was what Bianca,
Street Profits. I forgot who they was facing that night.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They showcase black talent right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Not like, hey, I'm out to wrestle. They go my mixtape. Like, nigga, like
let me Google that. I forgot who was there.
I remember Bianca wrestled that role.
Bianca, yeah. Hold on, let me Google that real quick. It was Bianca. I'm just trying to think like who was the street. Oh yeah, it was fucking Chad Gable.
Oh, was he Shorty G at the time?
No, Chad Gable.
Okay. American Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, we'll see what happens. He performs tomorrow. I mean, he performs like when we drop. He's already gonna perform when he drops it. But we'll talk about it like next week or something like that. But all power to that nigga.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Most of.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Fuck about none of that.
Fuck about none of this shit, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. You a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
So what news anything else newsworthy today? I can't remember.
The Bray White, the White Rabbit. That's been
we got this White Rabbit shit still going on. So looking tonight, I think we actually, again, we fresh off of Smackdown. So I guess recently at shows now, okay. All my 35 years, I finally went to a live show. This was what, last month?
Yeah, last month.
Yeah, last month we went to Smackdown. It was right before Clash. It was a go home. It was a double taping actually. It was a live show, and then they was taping the go home for Clash at the Castle. So they haven't been doing. I see how TV works now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they've been playing Jefferson Airplane, White Rabbit during the shows and whatnot. So they're hinting at something. A lot of people were saying it's Bray Wyatt making his return back to WWE. I believe this started like last Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Where White Rabbit is being played like during commercial breaks or like after shows and whatnot, after tapings. So tonight, they've been also well, actually we can just pivot into Raw right now. We can pivot into the Federation part of the episode. Raw, you've been seeing these mysterious QR codes just popping up everywhere and lights flickering and all this type of stuff, and it's literally been leaving codes, giving clues and whatnot as to what this White Rabbit thing is. Originally, people was trying to connect it to Karrion Kross, who was the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground. And Karrion's been kind of playing, he was playing with people at first, and he just like, basically just like, yo, it ain't me. It would be kind of silly for it to be him because, he's still, doing the Doomwalker gimmick and whatnot. Like, why would you change the gimmick when he just came back in the middle of the feud?
And everybody was jumping on that because of his character in Lucha Underground, which was, the White Rabbit. So that's why they was jumping on that for real. But nah.
Yeah, it's not him. I mean, I think all roads are pointing towards
Bray.
Pouring
But
towards Bray Wyatt.
But I will say this though, they're doing a great job at the Easter eggs and all of this. They're doing a great job with that right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, I mean, well, let's get into Raw altogether. So Raw opens up. We have Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley for the United States title. We're doing that match. I guess maybe I'll get your takes on that match. Then I'll tap in.
It was a cool match, man, but it just felt like their chemistry was off for that match. I give what I'm saying, it was a good match. We all knew what was gonna happen with Riddle interrupting and costing Seth the match and everything, but it's like it wasn't a bad match. It could have been better, but it was definitely like it went on a little bit. It went on longer than it should have went.
Yeah, and I and to pivot off of what to piggyback what you saying. On paper, it was looking good. The week before, when they first announced it, I'm like, oh shit, like this is pretty cool. Like this is gonna be a good match and everything. And then off the just looking at the match as a whole, I kind of felt it was a cool match. First, we come into a Raw that I think this week it was Raw going against Monday Night Football. 2 games actually.
2 games at the same time. So,
yeah, I think this was the lowest rated one in the last 6 weeks since Triple H has taken over, creative and whatnot. But
and it was gonna happen.
Yeah, it was gonna happen. I mean, you're going against Monday Night Football, week 2, 2 games. Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I think when it comes to Raw as a whole, I mean, right now the United States title is the top title on the brand right now. They were in San Jose, but we'll tap into that more of that later. I'm just going to talk about this match. Chemistry wise, I felt like Bobby and Seth probably didn't have the best chemistry. Probably because we haven't really seen them wrestle each other like that before.
Yeah.
So it kind of like went on a little too long personally, but there was some pretty cool spots in there, like when Seth went for the first stomp and Bobby like
that was fire.
Yeah, with his neck, like that shit was crazy because literally no one has done that before with the stomp.
That was fire.
I mean, not even Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Seth, in the past, Seth had to take out Brock with multiple stumps.
It made Bobby look really strong.
Yeah, it made Bobby look really strong, which is something I'm really, really pleased with so far with this Bobby run. This face run for Bobby. Like, he's made out to look really, really strong. And at the same time, it was no expense to Seth either. You know what I'm saying? Because Seth was still holding his own against Bobby too. It was a real 50-50. You know what I'm saying? But again, it was kind of predictable. Like, I totally expected Riddle to interfere because what's been happening since Clash is Riddle has been getting his ass bitched by Seth ever. Like, Seth beat him at Clash. He's been whooping his ass every single week since then. So it was time for Riddle to get some get back. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I fuck with that.
Up next, we had the Judgment Day. Actually, it pivoted into the next match was the Judgment Day going against Matt Riddle and Rey Mysterio.
Wait, that was the next match?
Yeah. I believe so.
No. Hold on. I don't think that was the next match.
Or was it KO in Theory, or was it the Brutes and Street Profits?
Let me check for you because I'm trying to remember.
Because we had a lot of matches that night.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of matches that night. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna pull up. Shout out to the John Report. That's what I usually go to. Catch some stuff up and all that. I fuck with them. It was Bobby and there was a segment. They showed the highlights from last week. Raw with the Dakota Kai and Io Sky when they beat them, and then that's when the white limousine pulled up and it was damage control celebration. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It was
okay.
that
So
shit.
they did the damage control celebration. I think Bianca, Alexa, and Oscar came out for that one.
Yeah, they set
And
up the match. They set up for the match later on the night.
Yeah, that was more. Yeah, which became the main event. That had Alexa and Bailey trading a lot of shots back and forth between each other.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good segment.
Yeah, I fucked with the segment definitely.
Yeah.
I know they kind of like building something with Alexa right now. Like, I know she was saying like she wants like more for her character, so they trying to figure that out for her. So,
and actually, well, I'll bring that up when we talk about their match. But I think, well, I'm just going like again. I don't know if I'm still going in order or whatnot of that night. I mean, that was Monday. It was a few days. It was days ago. But
yeah, I got you.
Up next. Judgment Day defeated Matt Riddle and Rey Mysterio. So
that wasn't even next. The next one was Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory.
So that was Kevin. So it was KO and Austin Theory after that. Okay,
yeah,
so
after that,
so we can tap into we can tap into that one. So
it was a good match. It was a really good match.
Real good match. I mean, KO. I think this is great for him. I know some people like, yo, like maybe this is KO getting put into the title picture, but not yet.
No, they're rehabbing his character right now, and if you notice, they brought him back to his prize fighter character that was down in NXT. So they giving him a lot right now. Like, and when he cut that promo on Theory last week and cooked his ass,
yeah, smoked.
He smoked him. This is building up to that, and the match they had, the match is really good. Like Theory, like the thing with Theory's great. Theory in the ring work, he's great. You know what I'm saying? I just hate his fucking finisher.
His finish. Honestly, I don't know why he just won't go back to the ataxia. I did see him do the blockbuster that he was doing in NXT. Like I saw him bring that back on KO, and I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I remember like, oh shit, like he bringing the blockbuster back. But that's more so like a signature move of his. But
like
the A-Town down, man, it's definitely not doing it for me.
Like it's just like I would have been fine with him having the TKO back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And Orton, and he asked Orton if he could use it. Orton's like, yeah, go ahead, I don't care. But I don't know, man. I just hope they switch that. But other than that, man, like one thing, like his character, like Theory's character was like cringe-worthy after a minute with the whole Money in the Bank. I'm Vince McMahon's prodigy and all that other shit. But the man can go in the ring. He's young. He can go in the ring. Like he's gonna get better. He's just gonna continue to get better. So
he needs to change up his look a little bit. I mean,
he can cut a promo. You know
like
what I'm saying?
The patchy goatee thing that's got like just grow a full beard, man.
I think that's what he's doing. I think that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to grow a full beard.
I think I saw that too. Like I was like, I remember sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, it looked like he getting a little scruffy. So it looked like he probably trying to grow some shit out. The ring gear definitely should change. The selfie shit needs to go. Like that shit gotta go. The selfie shit, that shit. It was funny at the beginning when he was kicking Finn's ass every week, for no reason. But it's kind of run its course. I think it's just real obnoxious.
Yeah,
but
man,
I do like what they're doing with KO. It kind of reminds me of like, I mean, it's not the same thing, but remember when like Roddy Piper like was trying to tell Cena like, let it go. He slapped the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like become a monster, become a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of feel I kind of got from KO. Like, but at the same time, you got to keep KO strong. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep him strong. You got to keep him a dog. I absolutely love the fact that KO is a 2 finisher guy. You know what I'm saying? So he brought back the pop-up power bomb. That's what he finished him with. But I know he's still gonna be doing the stunner too. Because he's got the green light from Austin on that. Like that stunner's not going nowhere.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Gargano did a distraction. KO got the win off of that one, so they're building up towards they're steadily building up towards Theory and Gargano. I think that's gonna be at Extreme Rules. So about to see that, but The next part of the show after that was what was this? The Brawling Brutes versus Street Profits.
Oh
There are a lot of people mad the Street Profits lost, but I was looking at it like you can't be pissed about that because you got to keep the Brutes strong because they have a title match coming up on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a good match too. Ridge Holland's gotten a lot better. It's like he's gotten more comfortable now. Ever since I'm saying the Big E thing and all that shit. So
because that probably really shook him. That
fucked with him, and and shit. I understand. It'll fuck with me too. So he's been getting better. I think also working with Butch has been doing a lot of favor for him. Working with Butch, he under Tulich and Sheamus. So he learned, and it was a good match. You know what I'm saying? Dawkins has been getting a lot better too. And if you notice,
Dawkins ever since we started clowning Dawkins Fitz, he's been he been showing out in that ring, especially when everybody was talking about split the profit. I don't think that's even happening. They was trying to get him the Marty Jannetty treatment. It's just like, nah, bro.
And that was unfair.
Dawkins not eating that. Dawkins like, yo, I'm not eating that. Also, Dawkins can just fucking go.
The thing about Dawkins too, he's an amateur. He was an amateur wrestler. So it's like, why would you try to put that man out there like that? And also, what I love what he's doing right now too. He's been training at with Natty and TJ. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's been training with them. He's been getting better. So it's like, I got the game fucked up with Dawkins, man. We ain't about to do Dawkins like that.
Yeah, I think the Profits right now they doing what they got to do because they pretty much gonna be next in line. Like when it comes to the tag titles all together, like they're gonna be in that title picture along with Butch and Ridge and Imperium.
Also, you got to throw in too. Whenever Eric comes back from injury, the Viking Raiders.
Yeah,
what's crazy? Like that tag team division has been like turned up like a motherfucker. It's been turned up like a motherfucker. Like it's a lot of teams right now.
It's a lot of teams, and H, man, he loves tag team wrestling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make sure we get fed that shit every single show. We gonna tag team events are main eventing now. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the deal Roman has now. So like that's why we seeing a lot of Uso main events and Profits being the main events and
about to start seeing a lot of solo main events too. So
for sure.
Yeah, so the Brawling Brutes went over.
And I feel the right team won that night. I mean, you got to keep the Brutes strong because they're going to be, we haven't discussed it yet, but they're going to like them and Imperium. They're not done. You know what I'm saying? So they got to look strong going into this feud with Imperium. So that's and they had to look strong to go. I mean, they got to go toe to toe with the champs. The Usos, the top dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they had to look strong in that. They couldn't be looking silly. They couldn't be losing on Monday.
Exactly. So then we go to a backstage segment where Gargano and Alpha Academy KO show up. So they set up for the match next week for KO and Gargano versus
the Panda Express.
Yeah,
if you don't know what a Panda Express is, tap into Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
Mm-hmm. So we got that, and then we at the Judgment Day segment where they come out to the ring. Get some mic time to cut a promo. Craziest thing, man,
bro.
Dominic is a heat magnet.
Finn was really like Finn and Damian Priest was like really warming it up for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like before you cook some ramen noodles,
you gotta get Rhea too.
Of course Rhea. Rhea. Like they really was like, before you cook some ramen noodles, you gotta boil that fucking water, bro. Like they turned the heat on. You know what I'm saying? They was turning that shit on. Finn really was like funny as shit. Like when he was like, "Hey, let's take the family photo."
Yeah.
That shit was funny. Like He was
He's
taking it
showing-
back
he's-
to New Japan with that one.
Yeah, he's showing more of his character now. He's more of his New Japan character
Yeah.
than like his heel run in NXT. The nigga's robotic as a motherfucker, man. Like he
Yeah.
thought he was a goddamn Terminator or some shit. But
Yeah, he was on some other shit down
yeah, he
there.
was robotic.
With
He
the
was
heel
robotic
run.
as fuck.
But he was kind
But-
of a tweener though, because it was
Yeah.
like they still wouldn't boo him. You know what I'm saying?
They booing the fuck out of him now. But yeah, Dominic, man, once he got on that
when
mic,
Dominic
man,
got that shit got
Man.
hot.
yeah,
That was the hottest the
yeah.
crowd got the entire night, actually.
Yeah, that boy's a heat magnet. So that's an interesting thing right there. So then we jump into the match with Ray and Matt Riddle, versus Judgment Day. That was a really good match too. Like that was a pretty good match too. Seth ran out for the distraction and everything. Set everything up for them to lose, and Dominic with the distraction as well. So it's like 5-on-2. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad for Ray and Riddle.
Yeah.
So
And
Ray got
Finn
fucked.
got the pin.
Finn got the pin.
Like I'm telling you, Finn was about to eat another Rey Mysterio pin. It was time, bro. I was ready to load it up, bro. Y'all know me on Twitter, bro. CDL watches is watching, bro.
Driving Academy will teach you all you need to know.
I was ready to pull that.
Should have saved that one, dog. I feel you should have saved
I was
that
about
one.
to send this to Finn, bro.
Nah, that should be saved for That should be saved for. That should have been saved for Lacey Evans, dog, because she might be done, bro.
Yeah. We
But-
gonna get there. We gonna get there. Bro.
So after the match, there was a backstage fight with Seth and Riddle, and we get their Extreme Rules match, and I'm very fucking excited for this one.
Oh man,
They
listen.
bringing back the motherfucking fight pit,
The
dog.
fucking fight pit is coming.
Man.
Listen, man. Let me tell you who right now is probably like, yo, what the fuck? I mean, they're not what the fuck, but they want to. I know he's feeling. I know he wants to scream this shit out in front of the crowd. But William Regal was there right now, bro. Like, not only you bringing a fight pit back, but you bringing back War Games at fucking Survivor Series, man. Like, I mean, this is gonna be wild, and this is right now. Like, I'm making a prediction now. This is where Seth is gonna get packed the fuck up by Riddle.
So Seth
Riddle's
about to get
gonna
his
fuck
ass.
him up.
Seth about to get his ass beat.
Seth about to get his ass whipped.
I think Seth about to catch a Thatcher, and then Thatcher got kicked in the mouth, and his tooth fell
Yeah,
out.
yeah. When his tooth, I remember that. When his teeth,
man,
going,
Oh man, that fight pit, dude. I can't. That should be the main event. That should be the main event that night. It got to be the fight pit. But
I think so too. Because I mean, we're not clearly Roman's not going to have titles. You know, the titles are not going to be on there because they're saving that for Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
But I feel like that probably should be the main event too. If not that, then maybe Bailey and well, we don't even have a stipulation for Bailey and Bianca yet, do we?
Not yet. It might not yet. But I think it's going to. For the way things are shaping up, I believe that's going to be a stipulation there too. But,
it's looking like because we already got the stipulation for Liv and Ronda. That's going to
but then that's what I'm thinking. That might be the main event, Liv and Ronda, because that's
you think they're going to put Liv? Well, I'm thinking Ronda. Because Ronda in terms of the star power.
To me, it's between that. The fight pit, and there's another match we'll talk about when we talk about SmackDown. That might be it too. But definitely. I'm thinking it definitely. The reason why I'm saying the fight pit because you gotta build that bitch.
Yeah,
you gotta build that motherfucker.
You gotta build. Then you gotta take it down. Then you gotta take it down in order for the other matches to happen.
Unless they have that off site somewhere. That's the only thing I can think of. But they're gonna have that shit in front of the crowd. They got.
Yeah, they want to do that off site. Yeah, you gotta do that.
They gotta have that in front of the crowd.
Yeah, you gotta have that in front of the crowd.
Man, but I'm definitely looking forward to that motherfucker, man. But next segment, Miz TV. Hey man, look, dog. I'm glad they brought Dexter Lumis back.
Now, this is the thing. So, like, since Triple H is taking over, it hasn't been as we haven't had the goofy shit, but I think we actually have had the goofy shit. People just haven't been really truly paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what this is with the Miz and Dexter Lumis. This is that goofy shit that people like, yo, I need like a goofy segment. Like it's just been too wrestle, too much pro wrestling. I'm just like, bro, like, isn't this what people have wanted? Then haven't they want pro wrestling?
Dog.
Like, I'm like,
now, hold on, because I got some shit to say about that.
Okay.
Everybody is so fucking nitpicking when it comes to this shit. Like, they got so mad about, the Vince having this and that, and he's not having matches. Triple H gives you that, and you still bitching about the shit. Now, I will say that there needs to be a balance.
Absolutely.
There do need to be a balance. And it's kind of getting there. What we seen on Friday, what we seen on SmackDown, what we're starting to see on Raw with the Dexter Lumis and Miz thing. That's the perfect like pairing. Dexter Lumis and Miz.
Absolutely.
Fucking perfect. Because Miz can work with anything at this point right now.
And not only Miz is working with this, but
Tommaso fucking
Ciampa is working with this shit, bro. Like, I'm like, Ciampa is like really.
Ciampa didn't run from the fucking grind, dog.
Like, he's not running. He's literally like he's actually enjoying this shit. He's like enjoying the silliness of it.
I got kids. I got a family, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this shit.
Yeah.
Man, the motherfucker wearing the pink.
No, he's looking like a straight Miz nut rider right now, bro.
The one thing I wish he would have did. The one thing I wish he would have did. I would have loved he did this if he had a suit on every time. Like
Miz wore one.
Yeah, that shit would have been fucking hilarious, dog. Like he have a suit on with a little earpiece and the sunglasses. Like,
oh
like
my
security.
God, bro.
That shit would be
Looking like Secret Service, bro. Oh,
yeah, that would have been great, dog. I would have loved that shit. I would have fucking loved that shit.
And I mean, we know because, like, again, like even like back in NXT, like after DIY, after that, like when Ciampa can turn it on, man, like he can turn it on and look and in a way be funny. Like he can be fun. Like the first time when him and Gargano #1, like their first match against each other, when he came out with no music on, literally
that shit was hilarious.
You suck, and he was just no music. He just standing there. People, dog, that was one of the greatest entrances I ever seen in my fucking life.
I went to an NXT live show at the Royal Oak Music Theater. They had one there. Chopper had that same shit. All you see was just big ass on the Titantron. Chopper. Everybody doing this motherfucking dog. Like there was no real music or nothing. You just look up, everybody quiet talking like little pitter patter, the little chatter and everything. They're like, to the dark, and then you see up Chopper. Everybody start booing.
And the thing, he won't corpse. He didn't corpse at all. You just think he would just bust out laughing at this shit. Like he just pure fucking asshole. And that's what I'm like. When it comes to the goofy shit, like I get like, since Hunter has taken over, that 24/7 shit, we ain't seen that shit at all. Like everybody even involved with it, we haven't even been saying like they ain't catering with us. Like that's what they wait for the next lumberjack match like we are. But like that goofy shit, like you can keep. But this shit right here, I feel like, again, when it comes to pro wrestling, pro wrestling does not exist without sports entertainment. Period.
That's the thing, and that's the thing, dude. It needs sports entertainment.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of the great, this. Even Ciampa said like he's one of the greatest sports entertainers of all time.
And he says that. He didn't say I'm one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time. He didn't say I'm one of the best wrestlers of all time. Even though that shit doesn't bother me at all. When Cody says it, it never bothers me. I love it when Cody says the shit. But listen, I'm the greatest I'm the greatest sports entertainer of all time. Like that means I'm about to be doing the serious shit. I'm about to be doing the pro wrestling shit. I'm about to be doing the goofy shit. I don't care. And the shit is like really working, bro. Like this stuff is fun.
That's part of the thing of wrestling. You have to have a fucking character.
Absolutely. And it's like even like Dex, like I don't see like Dex. when he's done with this stuff, he has to probably like go bury his face in a pillow from laughing so loudly, because I never seen somebody keep their composure like this before. Like when for example, when Miz and Bobby had the steel cage match, and Miz is like about to escape, and then Dexter Lumis is right there on the floor. Like the camera angle is crazy. You just see Dexter Lumis land on his back, half out the apron, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, how does Dexter Lumis do this shit without laughing? Without talking, without laughing? I'm like, dog, this is the goofy shit that Pete, like, you have to pay attention to this. Like, this is the goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this was
like
it was a great segment.
Like, yeah, it was yeah. Like the thing with Loomis, man, because I remember him with Samuel Shaw when he was at
that was Impact, right?
Impact, yeah, man. And like you could like he carried this character. Like he's like a mild mannered guy, and then he went to his Patrick Bateman shit, and then carried this shit into where we at now with Dexter Lumis. It's fucking incredible, man. Like,
yeah, it is. It's really good stuff that he does. You know, and he hasn't even wrestled yet. Not on main roster. He hasn't wrestled yet. It's just been fucking with the Miz every week, and it's been great. I mean, you know, a week before that, he was in Miz's house on date night with a picture drawn or whatever. Like, we still don't understand what's his obsession with the Miz, but in terms of the segment this past Monday, it was pretty good. Like, just seeing Ciampa runs, like he running out the ring. Then when Lumis like pretty much got Miz like almost pulled in, Ciampa comes with the mic.
Fucked him up.
He fucked him up.
He fucked him up.
Hit him with the mic. He fell back into the hole. He like, I think he's gone. I'm like, Ciampa. I was like, yeah, Ciampa a real one, dog. You know
it was like. Under that bitch, he like, shit.
Then he came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a really fun segment, man.
I think we gonna get a match with them. I think it's gonna be like that little haunted house shit they be doing. Because it's gonna be around Halloween when they have this match. So I think it's gonna be like that haunted house shit where like all the zombies there and shit.
Yeah, or it'll be in like in a warehouse or some shit. Like,
yeah,
they do some warehouse, like he'll give them like, yeah, meet me at this warehouse, and then they go to the warehouse, and then like they can do some real like little shop of horror shit with this shit.
Yeah,
like, it'll be really funny.
That's gonna be hilarious. So you know, we find out with the matches for next week. You know, Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano versus Alpha Academy. Riddle versus Priest. That's gonna be a banger too. And then, you know, next segment, you know, Judgment Day talking to Kevin Patrick and shit. And then see Dominic say, I got a new mommy now, and he looking at man, that shit's so fucking crazy, dog. She doesn't
real. You see Rhea's body language. She's like, yeah.
That shit was kind of awkward. She like, yeah. Like she looking at that shit like, okay, nah, this ain't
like,
cool.
yeah, for sure. She's like, he talking about me.
Said, mommy felt bad. And then you know, they leave from Kevin Patrick, and then they look up, and the Finn's like, you know, go on ahead. I gotta go holler at this guy. And it's your man's AJ Styles.
AJ fucking Styles. So AJ has been missing. Well, I won't say been missing, but he just
that man been on vacation, dog.
He been on vacation with the family. You know how many kids AJ got? AJ got what, 4 kids? Shit, he was on vacation.
Yeah, Georgia boy. So of course,
he was down there. He went hunting.
4 kids, dog.
Right. He was down there going hunting and fly fishing and whatever the fuck it is that he enjoyed, and playing video games.
He might want to go kick him with Brock in Saskatchewan too.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like so AJ shows up to work again, and because I was wondering what were we gonna do here, because Finn kind of left AJ in the dirt. And you know, because last time we saw AJ, he was leaking. That was when Judgment Day. That was right before Finn joined the Judgment Day, like the night before.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're continuing the story of AJ Styles smoke with the Judgment Day. And
now what I loved about this was Finn. Finn was wild on that shit too. Finn was wilding on that motherfucker, dog.
Oh yeah.
His whenever he it's like he's loose now. They don't have no restraints on him.
Yeah, you don't have no more restraints. Yeah.
Finn can talk. Finn can
Yeah.
fucking talk, man. Finn can talk. And it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? He did this, you know what I'm saying? Like, did the little too sweet shit and
Yeah.
everything. So, about to
Yeah,
find out what happened
he
with
threw up
that.
the too sweet. AJ's like, you know what I'm saying? You're a different man now, bro. You're not the same. And then Finn is like, you right. I'm not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been having a ball with this Judgment Day shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I finally got my stride right. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
man, hold on, dog. The nigga Finn been wrestling in a myriad leather pants.
bro,
I think been having on some dunks. He been wrestling in dunks.
he been wrestling in black on black dunks. He been wearing bandanas. Now, has he been winning them all? No, he has not. I'm like, bro, you getting close to getting that truck driver's license, bro.
Hey, nigga, no, nigga, they on the streak, dog. He on the winning streak right now.
Now they on the winning streak now. You know what I'm saying? They kind of starting to turn it around.
Yeah, man. They really rehabbed the Shadow Judgment Day. They really rehabbed the Shadow Judgment Day.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, the
Clash
loss to me kind of had to happen because again, like you kind of want to, you got to have Edge win, and in the UK because this is pretty much Edge's swan song. So, like, I get that.
Yeah. I think
yeah. But yeah, the Judgment Day, they went out partying that night, so they went to go party.
I don't know if I want to be a part of a Damian Priest party, man. But we'll go ahead and move on to something else.
Because Dominic brought that up. Yeah, I heard you got some wild parties, bro. I'm like, oh god, man.
Yeah, we can ask Riddle.
Put this nigga in the bed, bro.
Yeah, we can ask Riddle about that one, man. So,
let's see what we got. So after that, was that pretty much the going towards Damage Control?
Yeah, going towards Damage Control and everything.
Now, we did have Raquel. Did Raquel wrestle that night?
No, she ain't wrestled that night.
No, she didn't wrestle. It was the week before. Okay, so this kind of makes sense that, you know, again, the Bailey. This is in San Jose, so Bailey. This is a Bailey night. You know, this is her hometown night, so she was going to be going to main event that night, which is really good. It was a 1-on-1 match with I was about to say Oscar with Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a 1-on-1 match, pretty good match too, solid match.
Yeah.
It ends with and then we pivoting over back to the White Rabbit situation. I don't know if anyone I think people noticed, but we had some lights flickering during this match and a QR code going across the screen.
Yep.
So that kind of gave us our first few clues into this White Rabbit Easter egg that's been swirling around. And of course it makes sense with Alexa Bliss being in the ring because what was happening before Alexa's return was the she was pretty much Sister Abigail. So we're kind of piecing things together. Like it's all headed towards the way that we're speculating with that. But overall, it was a pretty solid match. They did have a celebration before to celebrate the Io Sky and Dakota Kai winning their tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about Damage Control so far?
I fuck with it. It's one thing I fuck with it so much is we have a woman's stable.
For sure.
We haven't had a woman's. I don't think I can't remember the last time we had a woman's stable for real. So
women's stable, was it Team Bad? Was it?
Yeah, probably around there, like Team Bad. You know,
that was
Team
Naomi,
PC.
Tamina, and Sasha.
Yeah, Team Bella. You know, Team PCB, all that shit. So that's probably what it was. But no, it was good. It's good to see a woman stable right now. And you know what I'm saying, it's good to see Bailey back too, because Bailey was really missed. She was really missed.
Yeah, definitely was missed by me. I was definitely missing Bailey. I was like, yo, and I'm glad we got her back this way. You know, she's still a heel. Mm-hmm. There was and she brought, because Dakota got released and Io was sitting at the crib, all that speculation she's gonna go back to Japan probably and all that.
She always wanted to go to the main roster, man. So
she wanted to go to the main roster because she was in NXT for a long time. So it was she brought them back. So I'm really, really enjoying Damage Control a lot. And we're pretty much getting the pivot over into the next challenger for Bianca, which is it's going to be
Bailey.
Bianca and Bailey, for the Raw Women's Championship. And that
Mm-hmm.
should be possibly getting booked for. Oh, well, actually, he's already booked for Extreme Rules. We just don't know.
We just
stipulations
probably,
with it.
it's gonna be. I think the whole night's gonna be stipulations. So I think
It's got to be. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I would say we could talk about NXT, but we can kind of skip through that.
we can kind of skip through it, but just a few things that happened at NXT. Of course, we had Axiom and Nate Frazier too.
First off, Solo dropped the title, so they're going to be doing a ladder match at Halloween Havoc when they get
Halloween
that
Havoc. So we're doing we're doing a North American tournament, North American title tournament right now. The first match. What was it? The first match was it Oro? Oro versus Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller,
and Oro won that.
Over.
And
with Apollo Luke Cage.
That shit is weird. They need to stop that now. They need to stop that shit right now. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. That shit's weird. That shit is fucking weird. Stop it. Stop it.
No, baby.
Stop it. Stop that shit.
This man, I bleed this shit and everything.
Bruh, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was in and out on NXT. And then this was a tape. This was also a tape NXT because I'm guessing we getting a changeover to the next new era.
There's gonna be a lot of changes going on with that. But that shit was hilarious.
Fuck out of here. We had Axiom and Nate Frazier too. Nate Frazier wins.
Little Seth Rollins.
Little Seth. Yeah, my man's wearing pants now. He wearing them Seth pants. It's about to get dark, bro.
Look. I'm waiting for him to get called up, dog, so he could be like, so he could be wearing the goofy ass shit Seth be wearing, man. And shout out to Makazi too. Makazi putting them fits together, dog.
Oh yeah. Makazi is We gonna talk about that shit later. we got a whole lot to talk about with that.
We'll say that for another show. But man, that was the fire match, man. So I'm thinking they building that up to make them a tag team or something like that.
Possibly, that's what I'm saying that too.
Simple formula, you know what I'm saying? How they did with Sheamus and Cesaro. I love that. I love that series that they had. Man. They made them a tag team and all that. So that's probably going to end up happening. Damn. Let me pull that up because
we also I remember we also had I think Cora Jade versus
what the fuck was that? Wendy Chu.
Wendy Chu, Cora Jade wins that main event.
Hold on, we be getting something pretty big. We be getting something big, dog. My man's Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
Carmelo.
They lost to Chase U, man.
Yeah, they lost to Chase U. Very weird decision there because I believe Carmelo got pinned by Chase.
Yeah, they're pretty much building up like a Carmelo losing streak right now.
Yeah, they got to
give him some character, dog, because he needs some character.
I'll tell you this: they got to get Trick away from him and Trick. They gotta go. Like,
you ain't feeling it?
It's time to move Trick. Yeah, it's time to get Trick because Carmelo hasn't had a statement win without Trick interference.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Like, and it's just like, bro, Trick gotta fucking go. Like, we gotta get Trick away from Carmelo so Carmelo can do this. In terms of the North American title, I don't feel like that needs to go back on Melo. I feel like that's probably Wesley should win that tournament.
It's gonna be Wesley. It's probably gonna be Wesley. I got two people in mind. Wesley or probably Von Wagner.
Von Wagner. Yeah, I can see King Von. I can see King Von. King Von.
No, that's my dog Tuesday. We don't call him nothing. We call him Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Come Tuesday.
Von Wagner is just he's a weird. It's a weird thing, but you know what? I love his Death Valley driver. Like I like the finisher that he does.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that. Matter of fact, because he just beat on Tuesday. He just beat he just big dude.
Saga.
Sangha. Yeah, he just beat
man.
Sangha and he hit him with that driver. I'm like, damn, that driver is clean.
Hey man, Sangha looked like a Virtua Fighter character, dog. I ain't
He
gonna lie
does.
to you, man.
He does.
He
He
looked
does
like a Virtua
he look
Fighter.
like Tekken DLC.
Yeah,
Like for real.
Mhm.
But I fuck with Sangha though. I like honestly what they doing with Sangha. I feel like they should need to do with Veer Mahan, but we can get into that later.
Yeah. But you know, they had a couple of other matches. You know, the women they had a tag team match. Toxic Attraction went over. You know, I don't know what they're building for that. Creeds are getting ready for Damon Kemp. Hey man, that shit funny. You know,
Damon
Brian
Kemp
Break
did a promo. That was interesting.
He's an okay talker, man.
Yeah, he a okay talk. Like he's an okay talk. He's gonna get better. He's gonna get absolutely.
He's gonna get better. He can go in the ring. He can go in the ring.
He
too.
can go in the ring.
They're building up. They're definitely gonna build up him versus Roddy though. They're definitely building that. They're definitely building up for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, they a couple of other matches that were there.
It's gonna be a while before we see Roddy though. Roddy, I believe he had neck surgery.
Damn, he had neck surgery?
Yeah, I think that's what he went out for. Like that's why he got written off. I mean, he didn't get written off, but he's out right now because I think he had to get neck surgery.
Fuck, that's terrible.
So,
shit, you know, we're going to the main event, which was you know, JD McDonough versus Tyler Bate, which was a great match.
Oh yeah, great match, but the overall thing surrounding their whole match was finally the Czar himself shows up on NXT. And if you don't know who the Czar is, I will suggest you go look up Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov is really one of the reasons you probably would have tuned in to NXT UK. If you had not tapped into who Ilya Dragunov is, I suggest you go watch Ilya Dragunov versus who then was Walter Gunther. Watch the UK championship match. That shit. Whew. Yeah.
You talking about a violent
brutal
match.
You talk about a brutal match. You talk about you want to see brutality before Sheamus and Gunther. That's the one.
And what made it even more brutal? There was nobody. It was in an empty arena.
It was in an empty arena. It was in an empty arena. It was just going on during virtual. Yeah.
Like you could just hear everything, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, damn. I'm looking at motherfucking.
Actually, it was some people in attendance at that one. It was, but it was like talent. It was like talent in the audience. It was
like talent and film crew and shit. You know. Yeah. But nah, man. JD heard that music. He like,
yeah. No. JD was like, oh shit. He heard the boogeyman. He was like, oh Lord. I do wish it was Dragunov's old theme though. I do wish.
Yeah, his old thing was fire, man. But I'm gonna just say this for Brian, dog. Brian, be careful, man.
Hey, pray for Brian. Pray for Brian, man. Because this is the thing. Like this. Now we're here. Now we're at the part where Brian has people that he's going to compete against now, and I feel like when it comes down to him losing the NXT title finally, I think Dragunov is the guy.
I was thinking Dragunov or it ain't gonna be Carmelo.
No, Melo's not. Melo's probably gonna be down the line before his call up eventually. But that was NXT. Yeah, that was NXT. So we're done with that. So we now it's time to pivot over to Jacksonville. We had a pretty good event for AEW. You know, Grand Slam, AEW Grand Slam. Tony Khan was highly promoting this event,
saying a bunch of bullshit,
you know,
see, here's my thing with Tony Khan, dog.
Fire out the backwoods.
Here's my thing with Tony Khan, dog. This is my thing with him. I just need him to run his race. Just stay in your lane, run your race. Stop worrying
That's all we asking for. That's all we asking for.
Stop sending shots about what WWE is doing. Come on, from there, Northeastern is the real crown jewel, not that Saudi Arabia bullshit. It's just like, dog, like, Crown Jewel is named after the fucking prince of Saudi Arabia. To play on that.
And not only that,
they're not saying the crown jewel of wrestling is in Saudi Arabia. What the fuck?
not only that, you and your father have business over there. Okay, y'all have business over there.
You're lying.
Like, stop it, bro. Stop it, Tony. Stop it. And then on top of that, the other cap that this month, like, you're talking about New York, then no reason is the crown jewel and all this shit. How the fuck would you know that when all you do is have every single pay-per-view in Chicago? Every single pay-per-view we're always in fucking Chicago. So don't give me that crown jewel bullshit. Like, you haven't, like, touch another region. Like, and if you ain't there, then you going to, like, yeah, you went to Buffalo when we're in Buffalo when MJF came back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, yeah, you went over there, you tapped over there for a second. Then what happened? You go right back to fucking Chicago. Like, I don't want to hear that shit, man. You've been in Chicago more. Forbidden Door was in Chicago. I'm like, bro, like, if this such a crown jewel, why the hell you ain't tapping in more? Why is Chicago getting every goddamn thing? There's no hate to Chicago. I mean, we know why you was in Chicago so fucking much. Is because of that moron that pretty much is the cause of all your pain right now. But whatever. We started this podcast pretty much after all this, like, a lot of this bullshit. I mean, it's still going on, still ongoing, still whatever, suspensions have been laid down. When it comes down to Pepsi Man, as Sky High Eve says on the Black Announce table, I call him a soda man. Same shit. When it comes down to him, I mean, we don't really fucking know what's gonna happen. There's rumors that he might be getting bought out.
I'm gonna say this. Shout out to the A Show. Shout out to RNC.
Mm-hmm.
They said he fired.
Yeah, they say he's fired. They say he's fired, but they're trying to buy out.
But no, the buyout contract.
Whatever.
Look, it is what it is. They said the motherfucker's fired. And they said on their show. But let's get to the first match. The Ring of Honor World Championship. Claudio Castagnoli versus Chris Jericho. Pretty cool match, man. It was a good match.
This is shit I'll be talking about, man. Like, when it comes to Jericho, look, like,
hey, Jericho Teflon, dog.
Jericho gets himself over, and then, like, you're masking in this idea of him reinventing himself. It's just such bullshit. And then this has to be done at the expense of Claudio. This is done at the expense of Claudio.
And the thing is, it was a good match. It was a good match.
It was a good match. Like, I was just like, damn, like, this shit is, like, good. Like, I'm enjoying this shit. And then I'm just like, on top of that, like, when Jericho hits the Judas effect on Claudio and barely hit him, like, by the way, like, oh my God, he barely hit him with the Judas effect, and then he goes down 1, 2, 3, clean pin. I'm just like, Claudio, isn't this the shit that you wanted to get away from?
Hey, man, look, man, Claudio got paid. He
got paid. He got paid. Hey, you got paid. Again, I'm all about the money. You got paid. I get that. But I'm like, bro, you said you want to go over to here. You want to go over to this company and wrestle people you wouldn't normally wrestle. Like, you've wrestled Jericho before. Now you just ate a clean pin to Jericho and you just lost the title to him. So it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Whatever. Okay, next match. Or whatever. I mean, or you want to talk about this more. Oh, and then at the end, Jericho goes up the ramp with the ROH world title. Danny Garcia is right there. Danny Garcia's kind of got this look on his face. It's just like, okay, but it's weird because Danny Garcia has the pure championship. He has the ROH pure championship. Some people are saying, like, oh, this is going to cause conflict to where where Garcia is going to challenge Jericho eventually for the world championship, but he has the pure title. So what are we going to do? Like, what was the point of putting a pure title on him? Because if it was like that, we could have just did a pure championship thing between him and Jericho, and Claudio could have just been going against somebody else with the world championship. Because how the fuck does Chris Jericho even get? This is my problem with the booking. Like, how does Chris Jericho even become number one contender of the ROH World Championship? Like, what are we doing? After he just lost in the AEW tournament. How is he the number one contender for the fucking ROH World Championship? How? Explain this to me.
I can't.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Because I remember seeing the card. I'm like,
they need a
Chris
booker.
Jericho versus Claudio for the ROH World. And then not to mention, this is 2 weeks prior, Claudio was defending this motherfucking title on Dark.
They just need Let's go to the next match, man.
Let's go to the next match. Go to the next match. Go to the next fucking match. That just shit doesn't make sense to me, bro. Oh shit.
The Acclaim versus the Swerve and Our Glory. And
great match.
Great match.
The right team won. The fucking clean win.
Hey man.
Everything went the right way.
Hey man, look, dog. Let me start with this first. They had Fabulous come out there.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man.
Hey man, look,
Jesus
dog.
Christ.
Hey, look, man. They threw Fab a check, dog. Fab like, fuck it, I'm gonna come out there.
This monkey swaggerless.
Hey man, we talking about hey, you know, my man Swerve, the mogul, as he calls himself. So, you know,
Another trash fit, another trash ass fit, another guard. This motherfucker come out with an NBA jacket, big logo NBA jacket. I'm just like, bro, what year? What year are you? Like, even back when we had the NBA shit, the NBA logo pant, we wouldn't even wear that shit back then.
Yeah,
this is like 04. Like we not like this. Oh,
so anyway, you know, they came out. The Swerve got booed, you know, rightfully so.
Turn up.
So then the Acclaim come out, get them crazy explode pop, and then my dog DJ Who Kid come out there, and I just want to say this: Excalibur, fuck you, okay? Because you fucked up Who Kid's name. Who Kid?
Wait, what did he say?
DJ Who Kid, like that? Like, no, nigga, bro, that's not. And I got pissed about it, man. I'm like, bro, Who Kid ain't put all them gunshots in the Junior Radio mixtapes for you to fuck his name up like that.
He did not.
Yeah,
this is why I'm like, this shit is just so fucking performative and co-opted and so it's such bullshit. But whatever. Continue.
Anyway, so you know, Who Kid come out with them, they have the match and everything. One person that impressed me, you know, Max Caster did his rap. Could Swerve. He could both of them. But one thing, the person that Bowens impressed the shit out of me that match.
Bowens, to me, I feel like Bowens is the most over out of this whole collective. But I mean, they're over. But Bowens, I'm like, this guy, like, Bowens is working. You know what I'm saying?
Bowens can work. He can sell.
He can sell. He can talk. The scissor me daddy ass. That shit is over like Rover. I mean, he got Billy Gunn looking like the coolest fucking person in the world right now.
And you know, and Caster too, man. Caster has improved a lot. I'm actually enjoying Caster's matches now. I don't fuck with Caster completely still, because it's still nasty taste in my mouth over the lyrics that he's done before. But like when they did that, listen, I mean, bro, like, come on. What can you do? It's over. It's over. And this is the thing with AEW. That's a homegrown talent right there. That team did.
This is not WWE guys. The only WWE guy there, I mean, was Billy Gunn and Keith Lee and Swerve. But it's just like the ones who were over is your guy. Those are your guys.
Mm-hmm. So No, they a lot of dramatics to there, a lot of near falls. It told a great story. And then when they finally went over and when they finally put them over and won a championship, crowd exploded for that,
Mhm.
And I think it's gonna be building towards Swerve and Keith Lee having their feud, which is like, it's
Yeah,
like cool.
yeah, for
It's
sure.
like cool. Like cool.
Yeah.
Let's get that going, man.
Yeah.
But no, shout,
Now
you know what I'm
Booth.
saying?
Yeah,
But no, shout out to Acclaim, man. They worked their asses off and they're at this point right now, and
for sure.
big
Definitely.
shout out to Bowens. He's the first gay champion for AEW.
For AEW, yeah.
So
Shout out
mhm.
to Bones for that, man. Shout out to
yeah,
him
so,
for that
yeah.
for sure. So what do you think is next for the Acclaim?
It's probably gonna end up being
Don't say
the Gun
FTR.
Club. No, Gun Club.
Oh,
Gun
the
Club.
Ass
I
Boys.
think because that's I think they're gonna go over FTR because they set up that match, for a number one contender. But
Yeah,
I think the Gun Club can go over. Because
probably. Yeah.
there's a story. There's a story there.
Yeah,
There's
there's a story there.
Yeah.
You stole our father. So
hmm
I mean, if
So
you
yeah.
want to make a story out of it, I
Now
hope
what I'm
you
hoping
make the story
now
out
what
of
I'm
it.
hoping that they're not gonna do is just have the Acclaim be transitional champions like how Swerve and Our Glory was. But which is
Nah.
yeah,
I
I'm
would. I'm thinking it was honestly. I feel like transitional wise, they had a long enough. I
yeah.
mean, they had it enough to finally do what they need to do to get to their next step. Because if Swerve and Keith Lee's about to feud, then that they did it was more than a transitional thing. So
Yeah. So what I'm thinking next for Swerve, he's gonna feud with Keith Lee. We're gonna get that, and I think Swerve's gonna use this hip hop mogul thing as a like a heat magnet or something. And I think he's gonna have his own version of Hit Row there, and that's going to be something because you already know there's gonna be some bars thrown his way.
who would excuse me, who would even be in this hit roll with him?
Hold on, let me switching out my earphones.
Oh shit. You still muted. Oh, okay, I got you.
Gotta connect these real quick. But no, as far as that is concerned, I don't know. Like I think all right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. As far as that is concerned, I don't know. But I think he's gonna have his own faction because AEW loves factions. So I think he's gonna have his own shit. We gonna see for that. You can't hear me?
It's kind of it was good, and then
yeah, these bitches are terrible. I'm gonna get all this technical difficulties, but I mean all that in a minute. So words. A little bit.
All right, we good now. All right, we good now.
Yeah, we good now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for these bitches to charge up a little bit. But no, as far as like him, I don't know who he's gonna have. I don't know who's gonna be in his crew or anything like that. But they gonna give him something, man. It's gonna probably be some people that we haven't never seen before or something.
I mean, I feel like if you wanted to do that, then you probably should have saved Lee Moriarty and maybe Stoke. You could have but. I mean, yeah, no. But Lee Moriarty, I could say, yeah, but Stoke.
Shit, I think not even him. To be honest with you, man, not even him. No, not even Lee Moriarty.
Because I'm like, who the fuck would even be in this shit? But I don't know. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see how that.
Next segment is MGF interrupting Wheeler Yuta. Man, Wheeler Yuta coming out looking like an accountant.
And I hate to bring up like Cornette, but Wheeler useless, like he likes to call him. They sent Wheeler Yuta out there to die. Cause I'm just like, okay, I'm sitting like this is me as a watcher. Okay. I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, why is Wheeler Yuta out here? Like, why? Like, okay, like why do we need to talk to Wheeler Yuta? This is Grand Slam. Like, why are we talking to him? He has no belt. Is he going to do a rematch with Danny Garcia? Or what? Like, what the fuck? And then what happens? MJF music hits. And I'm like, oh, you sent him out there to die. This is what we're doing. And that's exactly what happened. You
And
fucking killed him. Like,
Yeah,
he tried to go on the mic. MJF just went visceral. He called Tony Schiavone fat. You know, the same MJF shit. Same old shit.
talked about, you know what I'm saying? You had to be edgy. Talked about
Talked about what was it, Mox alcoholism again?
like
Did he do that again?
Mox alcoholism, Daniel Bryan's concussions, you know, Real Regal's being the pill head, and then, you know,
Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta pushed the shit out of him. Then, you know,
Yeah, same old shit, man.
Yeah.
Same
then,
shit.
you know,
Same
Wheeler
old
Yuta got
bullshit.
you know, Tony Schiavone got pushed and he just fell like he nigga fell like Shaq when he got pushed. And then you know, here come Morrissey coming out there. He whooped they whooped the shit out of Wheeler Yuta. I was just looking like, nigga, where the fuck was Claudio at? I know he lost his match, but, you know, bro, where the fuck you at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Claudio's nowhere to be. No BCC is anywhere to be found to help Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So then we had Jay Cargill. You know, then we found out Trainer showed up.
Trainer, what is this? Is there like, you know, we love Jade. Okay, we love Jade over here. Is there a reason why she does not wrestle on Wednesdays?
The only person you gotta ask about that, man, is your man's Tony Khan, bro.
I mean, like, because we get cut the shit every Wednesday. We don't get.
Hey, if you know
shit in the ring.
Hey, if you
it got
that,
censored. It's been getting censored.
Yeah, it's been getting censored. You know what I'm saying? WB like, oh no, we ain't about to have this shit, buddy.
Yeah, WB Discovery stepping in there. They're like, yeah, not too many shits. Not too many shits.
Yeah. So, you know, Trina showed up. I seen some shit on there that said like WWE didn't bring nobody's biggest Trina. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, sure. So I was like, all right, cool. Then
who's saying this shit?
Man, look, bro, we know who's saying this shit.
These ain't black people saying this shit. I know it's not black people. I know it's not black people saying this shit.
Hey, next match. Next match. Pac versus Orange Cassidy. Watch that.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. And I don't dislike either one of these guys. I don't dislike Orange Cassidy. I don't dislike Pac. When they were out there, I paid this no attention. I was so over it. And that's the thing about, like, I turn on Dynamite, I get into the first 45 minutes, and then I'm just like, you know, I'm thinking about like, damn, I want a cheeseburger. Damn, I need to go to the bathroom. Wow. But anyway, yeah. So I didn't pay this match no mind. But it was two good spots in this match. It was. And it was DDTs. And actually, you know what? I think there wasn't a Canadian Destroyer in this match either. So that's the other good thing. Because, you know, y'all use the Canadian Destroyer like as a fucking suplex. Like, but whatever.
Pac went over.
Pac goes over. And he sold two great DDTs. So that was pretty cool.
He got his lick back though when he hit him in the face with that hammer. He got his lick back.
Yeah. So I'm guessing like he's turning. But is Death Triangle a heel stable?
I don't know. Next match. The interim AEW Women's Championship match. Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And Athena. Same time slot every night. Every Wednesday, same time slot.
9:20. I timed this match.
It went on for about 10 minutes. They gave him 10 minutes.
It did. They gave him 10 minutes because you were not going to 9:30 because 9:30 somebody's going to get a pin, and they absolutely made sure of that because it was a rushed finish. It was a roll up from Toni Storm to, I think she pinned Britt.
Yeah.
Britt was out there bleeding. Jamie Hayter comes running out there again. We don't know what the fuck if Jamie Hayter was going to be turning on Britt or Jamie, like, it's been teased, but last week she hits Tony with a chair and then argues with Britt, and then they run out the ring arguing. Then this week she comes out there, she's arguing with Britt again, but then they just start stumping the fuck out of Tony.
And
this is fucking stupid. But okay. What the big thing that happened here was the debut of
Saraya, aka Paige,
formerly known as Paige in WWE.
She hasn't been cleared to wrestle.
Still not cleared to wrestle. So we're looking at this whole thing, you know, we're looking at this whole thing like you know, people are like, oh my God, Saraya, Paige, whatever, she's back. Then some of us with logic and that uses our brains, we're like, is she cleared to wrestle? And it just so happened today, it's been confirmed she is actually not cleared to wrestle.
Nah, she also came out too and said, "Don't believe the dirt sheets. I'll see y'all on Wednesday." I was just like,
oh brother,
oh
God.
Everybody calling her a game changer. I'm like, everybody calling her a game changer. I'm like, you know, y'all say it's about everybody that shows up.
They say that about everybody that shows up for a pop.
He said it's about Claudio, and they have no direction for him.
He just jobbed out the title to Jericho, so
you don't even have a feud. You don't even have a feud right now. So okay, sure. And you can say game changer, but at the end of the day, these storylines in AEW has been trash.
Absolutely. Because I just gave an example, the Jamie Hayter and Britt, like this shit made like none of this shit makes sense.
Yeah, so
that makes no sense. Like I'm like, bro, whatever, you know, it makes no sense.
Because it's gonna be like this. Eventually, they're gonna clear her, and I just hope that she's gonna be okay. I hope that she's okay because
one neck injury, man.
These motherfuckers is dangerous there. Like Brian had a fucking concussion. You know what I'm saying?
Something that he did not get when he came back in WWE.
Yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna see, but going to the last match of the night, Brian and Moxley. To be honest with you, I didn't even catch this match, but I heard it was pretty good.
It was a good match. It was a good. I mean, it's your typical half-hour AEW match. Like we're doing, let's see, 10 minutes of strong style chops.
Yep, of course,
chopping the shit out of each other for 10 minutes. Headlocks. Then we do another 10 minutes of we outside of the ring stumping each other, you know, stumping each other, doing little holds and shit, and then we back in the ring, and then Daniel Bryan took 2 Death Riders. One of them he took on the ramp, which I'm like, why the fuck would you have Daniel Bryan do that spot on the ramp? Like we're talking about someone with concussions and you doing a Death Rider on the ramp. And he kicked out of that. He kicked out of the other Death Rider. So I'm just like, at that point, I'm like, okay, so Daniel Bryan's probably going to win this. I mean, not Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry, Bryan Danielson is probably going to win this shit. And no, he didn't. You know, the Mox ends up winning it. I think it was a clean. I think it was a pin. I think he won by pin. I can't really remember. I don't think it was by submission. I know he did a lumbar lock on Mox, but Mox was able to get out of it. But yeah, that's that. So Mox is a 3-time AEW World Champion?
Yeah, Mox is the face
within
of
a month.
Mox is the face of that company. Like,
yeah, Mox is the guy. Yeah, he's the guy.
He's their guy. He's their guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I know you want to go on vacation, but you know you're not going on vacation.
Yeah,
thanks to Soda Man, you're not going on vacation. But the thing is, I kind of see where this is going. Like, he's probably gonna be able to finally take a break because he's gonna drop that to MJF.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he's dropping that to MJF.
Yeah, he's gonna drop that to MJF. So that's. I mean, I thought Danielson was gonna win, but you know, Danielson.
I would have put the belt on Danielson.
Who said? But Danielson said in the sheets, he said like, I'm winning the world title is not really important to me. Like I'd rather just have good matches. So I was
I mean, he
like,
probably don't give a fuck about the title. He probably don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about the AEW title anyway. So he's like, whatever.
yeah, he's
But
probably like this shit didn't change hands 3 times within a month. So like you know, it's in the dirt right now. But
yep.
I mean, it could be the women's title. So I guess, you know, that's the trade-off. The women's title, fucking just whatever. Drop the interim, man. Stop that shit. Like, just stop.
They just need to book that division so much better. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can talk till we blue in the face about that shit.
yeah, but let's go to SmackDown.
Okay, we pivot into SmackDown.
Yeah,
All right, let's go to
SmackDown.
SmackDown. So tonight, well, again, I'm breaking the 4th fucking wall, but SmackDown, we had that in Salt Lake City tonight. Man, what an opening segment! What an opening fucking segment, yo,
man,
what?
look,
Turn that shit up.
Man, look, dog. Sami Zayn is on a generational run right now.
Bro, Sami Zayn. Listen, I was ready tonight. I was ready to be like, Sami, it is CDL time. And I mean not that in a bad way. Usually I'm talking about CDLs. I'm talking about people, it's time for you to really go. When I say CDL time for Sami, I'm like, bro, like you about to get clapped. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the type of energy that was in that house that night tonight, bro. Like Sami was like, you know what I'm saying? Like they solo. He acknowledged the tribal chief. He acknowledged his tribal chief tonight. So that went in a direction that I knew it would go into. I'm looking. Things are really looking up for Solo, man. They really, really are. Like
they are really presenting him.
Yeah, they present him exactly the way I like street champ. Like they really present him in that way. Like I knew he would be that enforcer for them, for the bloodline. You know, the Usos are the lieutenants, and big bosses is Roman, and the consigliere is Paul Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some real mob shit going on over here in the bloodline.
Man, but when Sami when they were about to leave the ring and Sami cut him off.
And Sami spoke up, bro. Listen, I knew some shit was on the table when they first came out because I'm like, okay, we got new merch alert. Okay, we got new merch alert. We got We Don't Want shirts, bro. Sami come out there with that dirty, same dingy ass bloodline shirt, bro. This nigga, I had tweeted, I was like, yo, Sami look like he pledging for Q right now. Like, like, so he comes out with this dirty ass shirt on, and you know, we go through the whole thing, the acknowledgement and everything, and then Sami speaks up, and I'm like, oh shit, we about to do it. I said it's happening. It's about
no. Look, Jay Uso, dog.
Jay Uso is fucking ready, bro. Like he is ready for this nigga to be gone.
Look, when Sami cut the music off, Arya's just like, what you doing, Uso? What you doing? What you doing?
Dog.
And then
Jay
was
was
like,
ready, bro.
And then Roman was like, you gotta take that shirt off.
You gotta take that shirt off.
He's like, take the shirt off, Sam.
Take the fucking shirt off. Take the shirt off. Bro, I was like, yo, it's over. Like this, then not only he yelling, take that shirt off. He rips the shirt off of Sami Zayn. And I'm like, oh yeah. They about to put Sami on the t-shirt,
and then you see Sami's face, man. I'm like, oh my god,
bro,
man.
Sami was looking like I'm like, dog, they didn't snatch this man chain.
And then here come Roman, dog. He's like, I never want to see you in this bloodline shirt, and he should never wear a bloodline shirt because Reigns got Sami a new shirt.
A new shirt, not bro. Another new merch alert, bro. New merch alert.
Got merch, dog. It says SZ Honorary Oos.
Honorary Oos, man.
Nigga,
put that in the shop tonight.
Jay's face, dog. Oh,
priceless. Priceless.
He was so sick. He was so sick, dog.
Yo, rest in peace. Because instantly in my mind, rest in peace to Young Dolph, bro. Instantly in my mind was that picture of Young Dolph and Yo Gotti on stage. I said, we are here. This is where we at, bro.
The only thing that popped in my head was wah, wah, wah. Nigga was mad. He was just
Dog.
like,
Jay was like, I can't whoop this nigga ass. He said he was like, dog. He just couldn't believe Roman was pulling that out of the pocket. Like,
dog, he ran to Jimmy.
good.
He ran to Jimmy. Did the cleanest handshake with Jimmy and shit.
Oh my god, when they did the shake, oh my, bro, I lost it, man. I was on the fucking couch screaming when they did the handshake. It's like everybody knew except Jay. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, Jay didn't know.
Jay, it's like they left Jay out of it. They was like, yeah, don't tell Jay. We gonna surprise Sammy tonight. It's like everybody knew but Jay.
But also starting to see a little bit of dissension with Roman and Jay, because Jay was trying to do his shit. Roman like, give me the mic, nigga. He's like, no, we ain't got time for your shit.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that shit. Give me the fucking mic. Yeah,
give me the mic. But nah, man, like that shit was hilarious, dude. That shit was hilarious, man. Jay, I'm gonna get MVP that night. I'm gonna get MVP of that segment to Jay, dog, because Jay sold that shit.
Jay definitely like if I had to do an MVP 1A 1B is definitely Jay and Sammy, like off the rip. Like they fucking sold that shit, man. That was a perfect 18 minutes. 18 minutes spent. That shit was great. What was
also hilarious was when Sammy went to go hug Roman. Roman cracked the fuck up, man.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Ever since this Sammy thing started, every time when it comes to Roman, I'm just like, how does Roman not corpse? Like, because you can tell Jay wants the corpse.
Jay be corpsing like a motherfucker.
Bro,
Jay
be
corpsing. He can't hold that shit in.
He cannot hold that shit in. He's just like, bro, this shit is just too funny. Like, I just can't. Like, Sammy, bro, Sammy is like on some Renaissance shit right now. This shit is
like he's having a generational run right now with no title. Like he's like
no title.
Nothing.
He taking the bullets. He doing the matches. The matches Roman don't want to do. Sammy right there. Like, man. I mean, this is great. It's really, really good what they doing here. I'm loving the dynamic there. Yeah, really, really good segment. Up next,
Liv Morgan and Lacey Evans.
Okay, this started off. This started off like, why are we here? You know, like, I mean, I don't want to say why are we here, because yes, you got to put Liv on in some matches, you know, leading up to her match with to Lacey. But I'm like, damn, like the one thing that threw me off, I'm like, dog, y'all gonna have Liv come out during a break? Like, she's the fucking champion. Like, she ain't even get a full entrance tonight. I'm like, I'm just like, damn, what the hell? So she's in the ring with Lacey Evans, and it actually kind of went 50-50.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he went 50-50 against Lacey Evans.
Even though I will say that Lacey Evans was on offense most of that match. So.
Yeah, she was on offense. That's why I'm like, she's on offense the whole match. Lacey wins with the cold breaker going into the Oblivion.
Liv wins with the cold breaker. You don't want to. We ain't giving Lacey that, dog.
Oh yeah.
So, you know,
did I say Lacey?
Yeah, you said Lacey. Yep.
Oh, my bad. I mean, Liv won with the cold breaker going into the Oblivion. And then Liv goes ballistic.
She goes extreme.
She goes extreme.
Yeah.
So she at first she picks up the candlestick. I'm thinking she's gonna walk away. And I'm just like, come on now. But she turned the fuck up. She beat the dog shit out of Lacey Evans. She beat her ass with that candlestick. She did a barricade spot. And then she got all the way negative and put Lacey Evans through a table, Jeff Hardy style, doing a senton on that ass. So, Lacey Evans, it is time. It is CDL Watch time for you.
Can drive a truck.
And
you got a job, my friend. Diesel driving.
Not to mention that Lacey also like had on some makeup, like on 1/3 of her face. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? But yeah, CDL watch for you. I'm sorry, it's over. It's
Once
over.
Vince had to skedaddle, it got kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's pretty much curtains feet. She came out there talking about her father on that dog food every week, and it's amounted to nothing. So you are on CDL watch, Lacey Evans. You're on the first CDL watch for our first episode.
And then we go on to Hit Row. They're having a watch party.
Hit Row having a watch party at a Dearborn Hookah Bar, even though they were in Salt Lake City tonight. I mean, that's how you know Salt Lake City is not popping at all. So yeah,
but you can't if you have your kids with you at a restaurant, you can't drink in Salt Lake City.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So you have your children with you. I mean, but why would you drink though?
Yeah. So
I mean, you probably have like a beer, but I kind of get that. But
yeah.
So it's against the law. So it's literally a law there.
Yep.
Says you can't. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't oppose it. I get it.
I ain't against that at all because you don't want no parents drunk driving with their children off some margaritas and all that shit. But hey, that's fair.
Hit Row back there.
Fun fact. With their worst fits on still, looking like Jimmy Jazz mannequins. I mean, Top Dollar is just like he's doing his best efforts to make sure he looks absolutely swaggerless every single week he's on television. But he's wrestling. The thing is, the wrestling is great. I mean, I won't say great. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Adonis, since they've been back, they've been, have some real good banger matches, tag matches with everybody, in terms of all those qualifier matches that they've been having. But they've been having a watch party. The Street Poppers pulled up.
My dog Shinsuke pulled up, man.
Shinsuke pulled up. Los Lotharios kept trying to get in.
Yeah,
they kept kicking them out.
Yeah. My dog Gulak was in that bitch.
Oh yeah, Gulak was there.
Xylee was there, Natty was there.
Yeah, they had a pretty solid little gathering tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nice, solid watch party.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that pivots into does that go to Otis and Braun?
No, our next match is the New Day versus Maximum Male Models.
Shit, I forgot all about this damn match.
Yeah, exactly. Quick match. Went about 3 minutes. New Day won. But this is built up to a story.
Mm-hmm.
My dog Max Dupree.
Dupree.
Yeah, the models for taking photos, not concentrating on the match. Max walked away angrily as the crowd booed him. And this is leading up to, my dog.
Leading up to the possible return.
My dog.
You see the shirt. You see the shirt.
Dog coming back. My dog Eli Drake, LA Knight, man.
The man of many names.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. When he comes back, he's gonna be over like Rover in that bitch, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I certainly hope so. I do, because I want the crowds to actually remember who LA Knight is, because for the most part, LA Knight was having, it was the NXT run. Yeah. So I'm really hoping that if they gonna really bring back LA Knight, that they let this stew just a little bit more. Don't just spawn it all of a sudden and then
I think
LA Knight hits and then it's quiet in that bitch.
I think they're gonna take their time with this. They're gonna build it up. So that's essentially about to happen really soon. I'm actually looking forward to that because I was always a big fan of Eli Drake back then when he was in NXT. Not NXT, TNA. Because the man can cut a fucking promo. Like, his promo work is incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Karrion Kross, when he was known as Killer Kross back then, I was a fan of him then too, because the man can cut a fucking promo. You know what I mean? You just let them do their thing. So man, like the next thing I'm looking for was Braun Strowman and we missing something.
Was Braun Strowman on Otis after that?
No. We passed up something.
It wasn't Bailey in it, or was it? It was another Hit Row segment.
No.
No. You passed
Sammy
Solo.
Sammy and Solo.
Solo beat the dog shit out of Ricochet and Madcap Moss.
Man, oh my God, dog.
What happened was Ricochet and Madcap
started trying to tease Sammy.
Saying like, you're not the same guy. You know what I'm saying? You acting like a little, you're a bloodline bitch now. You know what I'm saying? Like you walking around, you're doing all this shit right now. And then Solo just came through.
Fire up the backwood.
He handled like the street champ he is. He beat the dog shit out of Ricochet and whooped Madcap Moss's ass.
See the problem. This is where Ricochet be fucking up at, man.
Yeah, this is where Ricochet speaks.
He should have minded his fucking business.
He should have minded his damn business and just kept going out there and winning matches, like, because he's been on a winning streak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So he just could have just kept his damn mouth shut. But now he's going to be a target now. So next week, I believe it was already booked for next week. We got Solo, Sikoa, and Sami Zayn versus Madcap Moss and Ricochet. So this is what's going on. Solo whooped their ass. He beat dog shit out of them. Whooped their ass. Whooped both their asses. And then Sammy, you hear Sammy at the end. He's like, you know what? Just as you did that, I was about to do that. But thanks, Oos. Like, Sammy's gold, man.
Then we get a video package by the Usos, narrated by Paul Heyman.
They're a real nice video package too.
I think the Usos definitely about to break the New Day's record. They about to break the shit out that record.
Then they trying to go towards Demolition's record. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see how that spans out.
And then we getting to Braun versus Otis.
Otis.
Look, dog. The crowd
loved it.
They love that idiot Braun Strowman.
They love this moron.
They love him, man.
I think he's a fucking goof, but hey, who am I? Like, Braun has had his highs and he's had his real lows, and Braun is just Braun. You know what I'm saying? But the crowd, honestly, to me, it was giving me like Wardlow type energy.
It was a great hoss fight, man.
I'm not saying that he's good as Wardlow, even though Wardlow is cold as winter right now. But I'm just saying, like, that's just the type of feel I was getting from the crowd. Like when Braun was doing big hoss shit, like they was feeling all of it. Like the tackle he gave both of them, that tackle, the crowd loves this tackle shit, man.
They love.
Like you just see Otis just fly across the announce table. He flew across the announce table. Then Gable slides damn near under the apron. Then he's grabbing Braun by the leg while Braun is trying to get back in the ring. Like it's shit's funny, man. It's real funny.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing Braun. I'm guessing Braun's, and it's just funny. I bring up Wardlow because I'm guessing Braun's finisher is a power bomb now.
He said, I think you don't have two finishers to a power bomb and a
power bomb and that running power slam.
Yeah, so I think so Braun went over. They're gonna book Braun. I don't know what they're gonna do with Braun, but they're gonna book him strong.
Keep his ass in the mid card, please. Yeah. For the love of God, don't put him anywhere near a world title ever again. Like, keep his ass in the mid card, do intercontinental shit. Honestly, I feel like they may do something with him in almost later.
Oh no, they don't need to. But I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind something with him and Gunther. I think that would be interesting.
Gunther will whoop his ass.
I think that'll be interesting.
Gunther gonna beat the dog shit out of Braun.
I remember he did chop Braun one time in a Survivor Series match. Braun turned around like, "Bitch, you just chopped the shit out of me," and like Braun started whooping his ass or some shit. But next segment, we hear from Drew. Drew was talking, and then he gave a stipulation to Carrion for
another stipulation for Extreme Rules.
You get a strap match.
A strap match. Something that I didn't know would even see the light of day in the 2020s. We getting us a strap match at Extreme Rules. So we really going Extreme Rules with we get this next PLE.
It should be, man.
It should. It should.
Yeah, so they had a segment. Scarlett made her entrance. Cross tried to sneak up. Drew beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah.
Until Scarlett missed the fireball to hit Drew in the face.
Yeah.
This is what I like what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They improvised.
Yeah.
Drew didn't go down like he just got hit by that fireball and missed.
Yeah.
Drew still beating the shit out of Karrion Kross.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett come behind him, give him a nut shot.
Yeah.
Great way to fix that.
They fixed even though in a way I love Drew. Like, don't get it twisted. I love Drew. I felt like Drew was really selling the fuck out that low blow. Like, he was just like, he was dry heaving. I was like, God damn, Drew. Like, but it was good. It was good how they cleaned that up, because I was like, even now that you mentioned it, like, I noticed, I'm like, the fireball kind of like missed, but I'm like, damn, like, and then Drew kind of got, I was like, did Drew just not sell that fireball? But now that you mentioned it, actually did miss.
Yeah, I'm about to be like,
cool.
damn, they looking Drew strong as fuck.
Yeah, I was like, dog, he's strong as shit. He took a fireball to the face and he about to whoop his. I was like, damn, like, this where we at? But it makes sense now that I know, now that you mentioned, like, she did miss the fireball. But even still, Karrion still got the upper hand again. Like, did the cross jacket on Drew.
They booking that man strong.
Yeah, they booking Karrion pretty strong, and then, to some people's delight, they didn't do it in black and white. So, some people have been complaining about that filter. It doesn't really bother me, but
it's creative. So I'm not worried.
Yeah, it's creative. But they didn't do the black and white filter. People, like, everyone seems to have positive reactions to that. So that was that segment.
They were having them pretty well, so that was cool. So after that we have Raquel Rodriguez versus Dakota Kai. That was basically the story. It was kind of another match. Shotzi ran out to help. Raquel. Raquel wins with a roll up.
How you feeling about Raquel?
I like her. Like, she's gonna be a champion. I like her.
I like Raquel. I just need something more. Like,
she don't have a character right now. I think
she kind of doesn't have a character. She's not like her NXT character.
They probably they're trying to do something different with her right now.
Yeah,
so
which is fair.
I think she's gonna turn heel later on down the road. It's probably gonna be like sometime middle of next year she's gonna turn heel.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a minute for her, but they're gonna build her up. I like they turn Shotzi back babyface because
it looked like they pushing Shotzi now.
Yeah, they're gonna push her. So there's another foil.
Oh, go ahead.
No, there's another foil for Damage Control. What I also like right now too is wrestlers are in multiple feuds. Like, Riddle's feuding with Seth, and now he's feuding with Judgment Day.
Yeah,
Judgment Day feuding with a bunch of motherfuckers.
It's like a lot of interwebbing. It's like a lot of interwebbing.
A lot of interwebbing. Yeah, motherfucking Theory's beef with the whole fucking world.
It's Theory versus everybody.
Damage Control beef with the whole women's division. So like, I like what they're doing right now with all that. So
like the problem that my issue with Raquel, like, even like tonight, like, she came out there mad, but she still did the back flex when she got in the ring. I'm like, well, like, it's like, I'm like, well, you mad? You want to fight them, but you still back flexing. Like, what are we doing?
It's like little things like that you got to kind of like fix all that,
Yeah, it's just like, if she's mad, she wants smoke. Like, she got to be out there ready to just whoop their ass right then and there. Like, back flexing, like, the back flex, it's time to move on. Like, it's time to move on from that. But although I love her ring work. I think she can wrestle. I like her finisher. I like her look. She smiles. She smiles a lot. I'm really looking forward to down the line when her and Ray are clearly gonna work.
Because they match they had in
NXT with bangers.
Was great.
They had really good matches down there, and they're friends too. So they absolutely gonna be great dancing partners soon down the line.
Yep. Then the Hit Row watch party. Los Lotharios came in there. Cheap shots.
Again.
So we getting that match next week. And then we going into the main event. The Brawling Bruce versus the Usos. Great main event.
Great main event.
Butch is a motherfucker.
Yes, he is, man. Yeah.
Usos keep showing why they're the greatest tag team in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ridge Holland has been showing me a lot lately. He's gotten much better. He's gotten so much better. Like it was a great match. Sammy and Jake still having their bullshit. Sheamus, you know what I'm saying? Sheamus was in the crowd. Sheamus was there.
Yeah.
Then you get interference from Imperium. And then expected. And then here comes Gunther with a big ass boot to Sheamus' face. booted the shit out of him. You ain't even see that foot came out of nowhere like bitch.
He's just like, damn. Because first you see Kaiser, you see Giovanni. Then it's just like, all right, we're going through. Then you just see that big ass boot come across the screen. You just like, God damn.
Man, look, dog. I'm also saying this too.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm cooked.
No, who got motherfucking cooked was Butch, nigga.
Yeah, Butch got that 1D. Woo.
Man, nigga, when he went out the ring,
I forgot the moonsault to the super kick.
Yeah, my shit.
No, you good.
We're gonna fix that for next time for sure.
Yeah, we'll be good.
No, Butch caught that man when he tried to get out the ring. He caught the super kick from Jay. And I'm like, God damn, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he ate when he ate that shit, and he kicked out of it. I was just like, holy shit! Like I was just like, okay, they got Butch. They had Butchie looking real strong tonight, like real strong, which is very fair, very fair. So.
We got that, bloodline standing strong at the end of the night, as they should be.
Yeah, so one's up.
Yeah, but I'm thinking what's going to end up happening is they're going to start building towards. I don't know. That's the crazy part because I keep hearing the bloodline is going to be involved in the War Games match.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like who's going to feud with them? But I'm thinking they're going to be Kevin Owens.
That and I was thinking I think because me and you talked about this like the other day. We were saying like it could be KO. But were we talking about with the Judgment Day or were we talking about with the Bloodline?
Shit, I'm thinking it's gonna be Judgment Day, but I really don't know at this point right now.
Because if it's the Bloodline, you got your four. You got Sammy, Usos, and Solo. Then, because Roman's not going to be involved in that. And then you got them going against KO. I guess KO, the Brutes. But why would you involve KO in that when he's got this theory thing going on?
Sammy.
Well, yeah, Sammy. Yeah, if you start incorporating K, like if you do a blow off with a Theory and KO, because you're gonna be passing Theory off to Gargano anyway.
Gargano, yeah.
So if you add KO, golly, I know I kind of had it together yesterday when we talked about it because we were talking about the Judgment Day because we said it would be Riddle, Edge, Ray,
and
AJ versus Finn, Priest, Dom,
and Seth.
I don't know. Yeah, and Seth. That's what we were saying for that.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, this is one thing I like what's going on right now is there's uncertainty on it's not predictable,
Mm-hmm.
None of this shit is predictable right now. So we don't know what can happen. So
yeah.
I like this shit. I like it.
Yeah.
So,
it's looking pretty like because when we look at post, because we talking post grand I was say Grand Jewel, Crown Jewel. Yeah, we don't know what the outlook is going to be looking like after that.
Right.
I mean, we're going to assume Roman's still champ. Like I said, I feel like Roman's going to be champ until day one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of uncertainty here in terms of how Survivor Series is going to set up.
Yep.
In terms of that, because we got 2 war games, we got a women's war games and the men's.
Yeah, we know Damage Control gonna be part of the women's war.
Yeah,
game.
Damage Control for sure is going to be in
that's
that.
gonna happen, and I'm thinking it's gonna be. I'm thinking it'll be Bianca, Shotzi, probably Raquel, and probably one more person. I don't know who, but that's probably gonna end up.
Raquel, maybe Oscar.
Maybe Oscar or Alexa, one of the two.
Yeah.
But I think they about to do something different with Alexa though. So about to find out, man. But
yeah,
that was SmackDown.
Yeah, that was SmackDown, and that was pretty much this week. That was this week. We took care of this entire week. So we are looking forward to Raw coming up Monday night. Monday we got the celebration of Degeneration X. Is what 25 years, I believe. 25 years of DX.
Oh damn. Okay.
So that's taking place, and I think they're in Canada. They're in Canada again. So we may be seeing Edge coming back. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We got to see how this all shapes up for Monday night. Also the White Rabbit. We had more Easter eggs and clues, and tonight's Easter egg was mainly a longitude and latitude of where they're going to be located on Monday. So, So who knows what we're going to get Monday? A lot of people saying Bray Wyatt. So if it's Bray Wyatt, hey, we know he's back. So, and I think he probably would be needed on Raw, honestly. So
yeah, he would. He definitely would. So we're gonna find out, man.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So this was our first episode.
First episode in the bank, bro. First episode in the bank. So we will be back again to cover everything next week. It's gonna be we got a lot. we handling pretty much 3 shows, 3.5 shows, really. We count NXT. So oh shit. Well, we got Rampage results too. But yeah, we don't really give.
None of that.
Actually, you know what? I'll take that back, because there was one match tonight. That was Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Ricky actually won that lights out match, so that was that.
Cool, and then Hangman.
Hangman won the golden ticket, so he's got a match, promise match next month with Mox, and Jade Cargill and Trina was together in the ring, and because Trina turned on Diamante. The end. That's it. But yeah, that was this is our first episode, man. So shout out to everybody who listens to this. There's more to come. We're gonna be consistent for show, because this is what we do. Shout out to Ant, my brother.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Appreciate coming on, and appreciate doing this, and I'm very, very looking forward to everything that we're gonna do together in the near future. So that's it. That's what we got.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next week, man, with another episode.
Next week with another one, baby. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to Midcarders and Catering Podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Anchor FM. Follow us on Twitter at MidcartersDET, and on our personal pages for Ant at IamAntP, and for AJ at TurboGrafx_87.